What's going on, gamers? I hope you're happy and hydrated. Welcome back to another one. We're going to be talking about some interesting stuff that came from Naoki Hamaguchi in regards to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. He was recently involved in an EGS interview. He pretty much talks about stuff that we already know, reiterating over some of the important stuff you should know. Mentioning in regards to how the team did actually want to create a new DLC in similar fashion to Intermission. Basically, at this point, Part 3 is the team's main priority. One thing that is new here that he did mention, though, is if they do receive strong requests from players after the release, and I believe the release is in reference to the PC version regarding certain matters, we would like to consider them. So, I don't know, like, possibly some form of a DLC is actually still viable, which is really interesting. I don't know, we might end up seeing a 2025 very small, if it is going to be anything, very small DLC for the game, which would actually be kind of cool. I think most people, though, are really just wanting Square Enix to prioritize all of their resources on Part 3 so that we can hopefully have it by 2027. This also likely means that for any issues that perhaps the PC version might face, Square Enix will still be applying hotfixes and updates to patch anything they need to. Speaking of Part 3, he once again confirmed that the development team is currently in full force. You'll be able to freely travel around the world map on the Highwind in the third title of the trilogy. He has mentioned quite a lot recently that Part 3 is going to go above and beyond what Rebirth did. So, very excited. Huge claims. That's pretty big boots to fill. Rebirth did so much to expand from what we saw in Remake. It's sounding like the entirety of Gaia, all previous areas and stuff we've been to before, are all going to be accessible, plus the new Northern Territories, which are the locations we haven't been to yet that appear for the last portions of Final Fantasy VII. Going back over lighting, he did mention that the lighting rendering has been greatly adjusted, and the reason why Square Enix decided to overhaul the lighting system for the PC version was because of the complaints. They've made it very apparent that they absolutely take in player feedback and apply that to either future updates or for whatever their next project is. And for high-spec PCs, we have prepared even richer 3D models and texture resolutions that cannot be processed on PS5. So redone textures, improved polygon counts for character models. Again, as I was saying in the video a couple of days ago, this really seems like Square Enix's most ambitious PC port, and certainly the one they've put the most love, care, and attention into. I also want to mention this part here where he was talking about how the second title of a trilogy tends to be the most favored, and that is generally quite true. Like, the second installment for a lot of games is usually regarded as the absolute best. Like, I'm kind of thinking right now, when it comes to, like Kingdom Hearts, most people refer to Kingdom Hearts 2 as the absolute best. And this also applies to visual media as well. Like, looking at the Shrek franchise, Shrek 2, there is no competition there. It is absolutely, objectively the best out of all of the movies. I could sit here and list a whole slew of examples, but he's absolutely right. He's also asking people to continue to voice their opinions on Rebirth so that they can take in the player feedback to apply into the third game. So if you had any issues or things you perhaps don't want to see going forward into the third game that you experienced in Rebirth, let it be known. However, the reason why I wanted to make this video was because of a comment that he made during the interview. Which, again, this is kind of reminiscent of something that Naoki Yoshida was talking about just before the PC release of Final Fantasy XVI. Hamaguchi here has basically said the exact same thing. He said, "We respect the creativity of the modding community and welcome their creations, though we ask modders not to create or install anything offensive or inappropriate." He's basically saying, no naughty mods, keep it clean, fellas. Let's be decent. This is almost verbatim to what Yoshida said, mentioning the only thing I will say is that we definitely don't want to see anything offensive or inappropriate, so please don't make or install anything like that. So right here I'm on the Final Fantasy XVI Nexus. Let's see how this has been working out for Yoshida, because like he mentioned, don't make or create anything inappropriate, right? So like, surely the community has listened. I'm expecting the entire Nexus here to be clean, family-friendly, PG, no stress, no worries,
no sauce.
Let's just go straight to the homepage here and, oh, okay, right, fully nude Clyde. The wizard stick is completely out, fully exposed. He's got the bush in full bloom. Good on you, Clive. So obviously Jill is the character that probably gets the most attention here, you know, for reasons. Got a Jill 2B outfit, Jill Kaine outfit, Cindy outfit. Yeah, it's all pretty like regular sort of stuff. Oh, Benedicta's swimsuit. Yo, look at my girl! Benedicta is 100% best girl in 16. All right, I don't want to hear it. Jill stands. Jill stands. So fully nude Clive mod is following me. Stop, man. What the heck? Bahamut-sized salami stick. Holy sh**. Nude Jill, there we go. Nude Clive. That's the second nude Clive mod. People are obviously big fans of Clive. There's only about 160 or 116. Perfect. Perfect. It was meant to be. There isn't too many mods. The game has been out for the past 3 months. I will tell you though that Final Fantasy 16 is a little bit harder to create custom content for because it doesn't run on UE4. It runs on its own in-house Square Enix proprietary engine. A lot of people do believe that it's like a modified version of Luminos. So a lot of the stuff that we are seeing here, actually quite basic. I'm surprised. I'm almost at the last page here. There's only like 4 spicy mods that I've come across so far. It is relatively clean, which is incredibly surprising. Like, really surprising. If you're looking at it though, I think the only characters that are going to get some sort of like saucy, spicy stuff would be Clive, maybe Sid. I know that there are Sid enjoyers out there for sure. He's got a bit of a fan base. Benedicta as well as Jill. So there's not a huge cast going on. It made me chuckle though when Naoki Yoshida first mentioned this because it's like, for one, you know what kind of community you're dealing with, right? Like, this is the Final Fantasy community. You have a ton of waifus that range over multiple decades. People have a lot of different fantasies and things going on in regards to these characters. This has been instilled into the Final Fantasy community as a whole for a long-ass time. That being said, the most iconic Final Fantasy is without a doubt Final Fantasy VII, right? And it's got a very wide cast of characters. It definitely made me chuckle when Naoki Yoshida was like, no saucy mods. When Naoki Hamaguchi, alright, said no crazy mods, the same thing, bro. Do you know, like, your own game? Have you looked at the Final Fantasy VII Remake Nexus? So we're here on the homepage. We'll just go to popular all time and oh, there we go. 4K high poly nude Tifa mod. Scroll down a little bit and oh, there it is. Tifa nude natural. V8 as well. This has received a total of 8 versions. Adult Honeybee Inn. Honoka Tifa costume 4. This is the 4th in, obviously, what is like a collection of outfits. Aerith Nude by Aerosmith. I thought Aerosmith was a band. They're now making nude mods for Final Fantasy VII Remake? Go them. Jessie 4K High Poly Nude Mod. Classic original Tifa outfit and... Oh, what in the almighty name of Black Materia? Oh, Aerith Love Me Costume Deluxe. Madam M. Nude. Just straight to the point. Tifa, Love Me costume. Bunny suit, Tifa. Bunny suit, Aerith. Jessie topless, version 2 with jiggle physics. Scarlet Risque. Tifa menu nude mod, because just in case the in-game model wasn't enough, if you want to be able to goon within the camp menu, then you can now do that. The icons, even the summon icons, are getting some love here. We got Shiva jiggle physics going on. Tifa Reforged by Aerosmith. Another banger from Aerosmith right there. Scarlet Reshape by Aerosmith. Tifa Marin Kitagawa bikini cosplay. Tifa Nude by Shiny Rose Mods. Aerith Nude. Cloud Kingdom Hearts? Cloud Kingdom Hearts! Forget the nipples. I want that bad boy in my game. Tifa, My Addiction. Sexier Shiva. Remove some of that stuff Shiva had going on around her boobs and groin. What? What do you mean by stuff? What are you talking about? Tifa made. Tifa body remodeled. Curvy and fitness. Several, oh my god, it's good to have options, right? Several versions. Nude female cloud? What? What? Wait, we can put tits on Cloud? Holy sh**. My nude Aerith mesh body. Nude Cloud. Okay, so it took us managed to get to page 5 before a nude cloud mod popped up. There it is, nude cloud. Aerith, step back, silly boy. What? Is that like a thing? I don't know. Step back, silly boy. Nude thick Tifa with breast and butt physics. Scarlet reshape fix add-on. Oh my god, dude. Scarlet, like, is low-key slept on, though, I feel. Not enough people talking about Scarlet, man. She's quality. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. There is just a countless amount of NSFW mods, and you've got Naoki Hamaguchi being like, yo, don't do that, please do not do that, stop doing that, we don't want that. It's too late, man. Like, I don't know, the chicken's already marinated. People have one mission and one mission only when it comes to a game of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Remake's quality, where it's like they want to harness that quality by making the most hyper-realistic body autonomy modifications to your game. And they will do it. They will do it. It's like telling a mouse not to go for the cheese. You insane? They're going for that cheese! That's a nice slice of Havarti right there! Also, if you think this is a pretty impressive collection of NSFW mods, just wait until Stellar Blade gets its PC release. My bird agrees. I don't know if it's like a thing from the Square Enix higher-ups where they're like, alright, you've got to mention this, by the way, whenever we do a PC version, can you just like mention in the interview, don't make inappropriate stuff, because like there's no way that Naoki Hamaguchi doesn't know what's already out there on the remake Nexus. And again, it's like verbatim to Yoshida's comment as well, so like I can't help but feel like, I don't know, maybe this is coming from the Square Enix higher-ups. I can guarantee you that literally on either day 1 or day 2, there will be a modified version of Tifa's swimsuit. Absolutely, 100%. And, you know, then so on and so forth, the rest is history. Like, it's gonna be... it's gonna be thick. There's gonna be, like, a lot of content. Probably furthermore than Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's almost 1,500 mods, and, like, I would say about 15-20% of them are NSFW. Anyway, Hamaguchi tried, and that's what counts, I suppose. I think, if anything, doing this only encourages people to do the thing with the person saying, don't do that. It's like saying, don't press the red button. All you want to do is press that red button and see what happens. By the way, I'm excited for the PC version. There is a lot to look forward to, whether it be the mod community, which Square Enix actually do actively endorse, which is great. They are actually brought up a lot of the time, and even the mod launcher, Seventh Heaven, for the original version of Final Fantasy VII, which was completely created by the community and stuff, was mentioned within the Epic Game interview with Naoki Hamaguchi, so it's nice to know that they're actually acknowledging the mod community here. But with all of the enhancements and upgrades that the PC version is going to receive, it's very exciting stuff. I also do hope that they maybe reconsider a smallish sized DLC. It's something that is obviously still up in the air from what Naoki Hamaguchi is saying. However, guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Be sure to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A big thank you to my wonderful patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk real soon.